Hey LEGO fans, welcome back to the channel, and a happy New Year's Eve. Now most of you probably won't watch this in the next year, but that's okay. We had to do something, because it's Sunday, it's New Year's, and you're dying for us to build Star Wars. So on this episode of Around the Brick with Sherwood Forest Bricks, we're going to build the Mandalorian Fang fighter versus TIE Interceptor. Now this set is remarkably similar, which is 75348 by the way, is remarkably similar to 7268, which was the TIE fighter and Y-Wing. Now LEGO always likes to go back and market things that were previously marketed similar fashion and successful. So this set was marketed and successful, so they came back and they did the same thing. Now that puts it at a different price point, and I'm not going into that. This isn't really a set review, but I just wanted to show in the coincidence, right? Coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence, but similarities between two different marketing ploys, or two similar marketing ploys. So, and I just happen to have this because it's the end of the year and we're doing studio inventory this week. So I've gone through and inventoried every set we have, and I even inventoried all the instruction booklets so that I know what sets I potentially have in loose brick, which doesn't help anything for my BrickLink orders, but I keep track of those as well. Just not the stuff from, previously to 2020. So anyways, with no further ado, let's get into this set. Well, there we go. There's a 75348. That's the Mandalorian Fang fighter versus the TIE Interceptor. And that was 957 pieces. And to be honest, a lot of people that I read reviews on, they really didn't seem to like this set. The price point per piece was higher than expected. Yada, yada, yada. I thought this was a great build. I had a lot of fun building it. It was a very sturdy build. The Fang fighter turned out really nice, I thought. And it came with 3 minifigs. So you had the little Mandalorian dude. And the TIE fighter pilot. And then you have Din from Mandalorian. And you have the R model droid. If you want to call that a minifig, so it would be 4. Otherwise, you know, it's just a droid. And the TIE Interceptor was a fun build too. So I mean, honestly, if you were gonna, you should pick this up if you haven't picked it up already. I thought it was a fun build. Like I said, very sturdy. The piece count was pretty good, I thought. And then there was tons of unique pieces that were new to at least me. I haven't seen some of these pieces before. And it was a great part pack. And I don't really particularly part out Star Wars sets in the past because you end up with a lot of angled pieces that nobody ever buys. But the minifigs will more than pay for themselves. So if you were going to build like a large mock or something that you needed, you know, more than one Mandalorian Fang fighter or more TIE Interceptors, if you're going to make like a TIE Interceptor Bay, this was, I think, a great set to purchase because this was a good... Actually, I forgot some pieces in there. Whoops. But they are typically hard to display because they are ships. A lot of guys hang them from, or a lot of individuals hang them from ceilings and such. Some people make bases for them. But because they don't have landing gear, they are typically hard to display. But they do sit just fine. It's pretty sturdy. You know, the little small pieces can break off like almost every Lego model out there, right? But for the most part, pretty durable. I don't usually use the blasters, but for playability, they do both have a number of laser beams that you can shoot out of the bottom on the Fang fighter and then on the bottom of the TIE Interceptor as well. So overall, I think it was a great set, and I had a lot of fun building it. And this meets the criteria of more Star Wars sets, so hopefully it makes you guys happy too. We will set this up. And, well, not set them up, they're just going to go back on the shelf like we have everything else, but it is what it is. So, but because it's the end of the year, and I don't usually do a New Year's resolution or anything, that's not my style, but we could talk about what comes up for in 2024. So maybe I will do small display of sorts for Star Wars. Obviously the Harry Potter build is coming up. Hopefully that will be out in the next week, 2 weeks maybe. I do have to go back to work and get started, but there could be a lull in there where I could have more studio time, you never know. And we want to start working on the castle mock, so I need to get into the design and figure out what I want to do for that. And what else do you guys want to see built? Of course, we're going to continue the city, so we have more sets we're going to build to that. And like I said last time, we haven't got the pieces for the additional floors all together yet, so I do have to get into the design stud.io and start drawing those up because I need to order those parts as well. And January 1st is tomorrow, so we have a whole new budget going for 2024, and I can start dipping into. So we had a really great year as far as Lego sets here in the studio, acquiring for next year, and hopefully we continue to get pieces for those mocks in the future, and we'll see where things go. But I had a fun build with this Star Wars set, so maybe we'll do a couple more of those. Obviously we got the Harry Potter, and we have more city, but from that point forward, we don't know what's going to happen, but it is what it is. So anyways, hopefully you guys all have a happy new year. 2024 brings a new beginning for you and your family or whatnot. But from all of those here at Sherwood Forest Bricks, to all of you, happy new year. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and we always appreciate your comments. And here's to 2023 and 2024. Bring it on. Cheers. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.